It's a warm and sunny day in Vienna, and it feels really good to be saying that. Yes, the evenings will get cold, but let's focus on now. We've started off rather late today, even though it's a Monday, and we're headed to do a very important task that we missed out on, that we should have ideally done on like a Friday or a Saturday. We're actually headed to the dry store to recharge our mobile phones, because I don't know why, but our Forex cards won't just accept any sorts of online transactions that are happening over here. So we really get stuck up with like a lot of online orders, and that sucks. Seriously sucks. So at this point, we are headed to Keplerplatz. There is a dry store, and then we'll be headed to the bank and then to IKEA. Let's see how the rest of the day goes.
So 20 euros?
Yes.
Do you want to top it up in yourself, or should I do it for you?
You can show it to me, I can do it, or whatever.
So when I do it, it's 3 euros what you have to pay.
Okay.
Extra.
Okay, so I can do it. You could tell me, because I tried doing it online, but my card didn't work online.
So what you?
So we stopped by our first stop, which was the dry shop, the dry mobile shop. We got ourselves a coupon code so that we could recharge our mobile phones. I think there's one thing that I have definitely understood very well over here. Hi. I was saying there's one thing I've definitely understood, and it's kind of commendable about the life here in Europe. That everything is a very DIY thing, you know, because I think in the last few days, obviously we all know that stuff from IKEA that we bring has to be ideally assembled by us, which we've done amazingly well, right from the bed to the cupboard to the smaller storage spaces and tables and chairs. But other than that, I think even when we had the internet connection being set up, the service personnel just got me the modem and the router, that was supposed to be installed, and then I was supposed to do the rest. And I figured it because they give you like an instruction manual for everything. But if you ask them to do any of it, there's like extra charges for that. We experienced something similar today at the dry shop. Like he said that he explained it to us how we have to send in a simple SMS to really do the recharge. But if we're going to take the services from the personnel, like if we ask him to do the recharge for us, it would have cost us 3 euros extra. And it's not really about paying 3 euros extra, but I think when you try doing things by yourself, you realize how easy and doable everything is with the right kind of instructions. So yeah, I think we're becoming what I'd say more Aatmanirbhar, in the words of Modi ji. And it's nice because you just feel like you can do so much on your own, and that we tend to rely so much on help. I think particularly back in India, we've been so spoiled that something will be done for us by everybody for like such small fees that we don't even realize that some things are so simple and we can actually do them so easily, so fast and so well.
I think I would like to add that when you do things for yourself, वो जो एक joy होता है ना कि यार ये मैंने खुद से किया, this I've done it for myself, I think that joy is unmatchable. मतलब if someone comes and gives you the furniture, you'll be happy because you have a furniture, but when you make it by yourself, I think that's IKEA's ideology. You value that thing a lot more because you have made that entire piece. So I think Aatmanirbhar Bharat is a good idea, because when you rely on yourself and you make things on your own, I think that's a different joy in itself.
I think apart from the joy, I would also say the better part of it is that when you do things by yourself, you also realize that not just the effort that goes into making those things and that you feel more attached to them, but you also realize that things are also fixable. Like you don't have to throw it away, or you don't have to depend completely on somebody else's help just because something has gone wrong. You can use the tools, you can refer to the good old friend that we have, internet, Google, YouTube, and you can find solutions to almost everything. So I think
YouTube is the best.
and I think just even like basically when you're living by yourself, setting up your own house, there are so many things I think in the last 1 month that we have done by ourselves.
Totally.
And I don't think we'd ever imagine that we'd be doing these things by ourselves.
In India.
Or in general either. So I think that's a key reason why when you live by yourself, you truly start getting independent. And on that note, I have also been cooking each and every day, almost, barring a couple of exceptions. So yay to independence. Now on to the next task, which is bank account.
Chalo bank jaye.
Also, you can see the wonderful lady playing in the background, I hope. Okay, so we were just at Erste Bank. We opened our account about a week ago, 10 days I think. Now the issue over here is that
Mask nikal do abhi.
yeah, now we're out on the road so we can take off our masks. So now the way banking works here in Austria is that they really want to promote digital transactions. So for all the digital transactions that you make, online banking and everything, there's no charges. But if you're dealing with cash deposits, cash withdrawals, checkbooks, whatever, there are charges that come with each transaction. Now it's been like 10 days and apparently one card, bank card, the debit card that was issued to us, got lost in post. So our relationship manager suggested that we get a new one, which is free of cost. But while the procedure began, apparently we received a mail that there are some changes in the procedures. It's very confusing, the whole financial system. I think we'll take a bit of time to really get used to this. But so we don't have a bank card, which is kind of essential to deposit cash. And like we mentioned, that there has been like a major lag in a lot of transactions that we wanted to make, because our forex card isn't really going through with like a lot of online transactions that we're trying. So we decided that since we do have a bank account here, let's put money in it and use it so that it's easier. Since we don't have a bank card, we had to go for the cash deposit at the counter, which obviously comes with additional charges, like about 2.5 euros for one set of transactions. So I told Parichai that instead of making transactions in like both accounts, why don't you just deposit the money in your account so that you can transfer it in my account without the additional or the double charge that will come with it. And that happened super quick. And now we are just gonna go on, shop and figure things. Like rest of the day is IKEA, shopping in smaller stores, and basically figuring out the house a little more. This is fun. So right now we are at a stop called Keplerplatz. This is a very interesting stop because every time we have to take a metro from our house, it always shows that we should go to Keplerplatz. I used to always wonder why, because you know the Westbahnhof is like right next to it. But I think when you think of the psychological aspect of it, even though the Westbahnhof, do we have to get into this one? Is this the one?
Yeah.
We could have just gone in. Okay, so basically we missed the metro, but this is Keplerplatz, and this is apparently, I think, about 800 meters from our house. So is Südtiroler-Platz, which is a part of the Westbahnhof, which is right next to our house. So we used to always wonder that, you know, why does maps keep suggesting that, you know, we take this stop instead of the one which is actually the next stop when you take the metro from here. Like when you take the metro from Keplerplatz, the next stop actually is Stupli-Roller-Platz, which we can walk up to right from our house. The logic is that even though Stupli-Roller-Platz is right next to the house in a certain sense, we have to walk so much inside that it's technically just as much if we walk outside over here. And then when we actually take the stairs and get down, the platforms are like right here, which is so much more convenient. So I think and I hope that I'm actually going to use Keplerplatz a lot more than I do use Stupli-Roller-Platz. Let's see how that goes. Anyway, next we're headed to IKEA. We stopped at a stop called Stephensplatz, and now we're going to take the U3 because we need to go to Westbahnhof, which happens to be one of our favorite areas in Vienna, because ever since we started traveling to Vienna, we have usually stayed in and around Westbahnhof and Hauptbahnhof, where we live, like where we have our home, is where we used to get off at, because we've always come to Vienna by train before now. So yeah, weird circle of life, and let's hope that the metro is not yet here. Thank God. Finally got into platform 2, and we're waiting for a train which heads in the direction of Ottakring so that we can get off at Westbahnhof. Now, typically traveling in Vienna consists a lot of switching between the metro lines, switching between your transport options like taking a metro and then a tram or a bus or a combination of either of these. But given that there is one travel pass which gives you access to all of these means of transport, the fact that the transport system is so well coordinated and aligned and practically takes you without much issue everywhere, even this switching of lines and everything doesn't feel like a task. And I think here comes, since it's windy, it means here comes our metro. Let's see. There it is. देखो वो आ गई. First let the passengers get off, then you get in. Yes. And the number is
125. I think we should take one more.
okay. So yesterday when we got to IKEA, which is pretty much what I now call a black hole, because you can never go to IKEA for like 15 minutes or half an hour, you always end up spending so much time there. We ended up spending 2 hours. So first we went because we had to return some products that we had purchased, because we thought that didn't go well with the house, the kind of decor that we were trying to create. So we returned the products. It was a pretty smooth and quick process, and you got to see that part, after which our camera died on us. And I almost considered maybe this is a sign that I shouldn't proceed with this vlog because it's not really going anywhere. But when I was going through the footage back at home, I realized that, oh my god, I've pretty much covered everything that we did yesterday, right from getting our phones recharged, going to the bank, and then heading to IKEA. So we went, like I said, to IKEA. We spent about 2 hours just exploring a lot of items that we wanted that we could pick, and the items that we didn't want, which we also picked because we thought we could make some use of it. And I think our bags were too heavy. After that, we were too tired in a certain sense, we were too hungry, and I was craving Asian food, so we didn't spend too much time like we planned to go to other smaller stores to check out for more material, which hopefully we do in the next couple of days. And we took all of that from IKEA. We walked a little, we got a bus, we headed towards home. There's this lovely place called Som Kitchen, which is at the Hauptbahnhof. We got a takeaway, we came home, and that is pretty much how we spent all of yesterday. So like I said in my previous vlog as well, I have tried content creation in various formats, but this one, vlogging, particularly vlogging my routine, or like more day-to-day, potentially mundane snippets of my life, may or may not be interesting. I mean, I'm still trying to make peace with that, but I'm still gonna go put out this vlog because I feel like I really need to get myself into a habit. And also these parts, which may or may not be mundane, are actually very important and very real parts of my life, particularly here, this expat life that I'm now living in Vienna. And I'm hoping that while I try to continue the consistency with vlogging, I'm hoping that I can share a lot more valuable information, experiences, learnings about this life that I'm discovering here, just setting up a house, the various processes, bank accounts, SIM cards, just getting groceries, getting around the city. There is so much, and honestly, the last 1 month has been the most hectic, the most exhausting, and the most exciting experience, because there are so many things that we've been doing for the very first time in our lives, right? From putting together a house. Oh my god, I've always wanted to set up my own house, and I'm so glad that I got this lovely opportunity to do it. I love this space. It's been almost about 10-12 days since we've moved in here. We've taken our time to pick out pieces, obviously keeping budgets in mind, so that we could create something, a space that we feel cozy in, that we love, that we feel comfortable in. And I think we're very close to what we'd say the first edit of the house, because I have realized that you can never truly decorate a house in one go. You can truly never set it up in one go. It's a very long process. But this place is becoming home, and I'm loving that part of it. I have my favorite corner. I just love this place that we're building as our home. It's such a special feeling, and it has come with so many learnings, so many new experiences already. This city is, like I said even last time, and it continues to grow on us with all sorts of new experiences. And of course, a lot of you also want to know how the visa process works, how easy or difficult it is to move to another country, how much time does it take, what kind of documents or what kind of options are there. So I hope and I promise that, while the hope is for being consistent, but I promise that with my next few vlogs I will cover a lot of these important information and experiences that I'd love to share. And with that, I will end this vlog, and I would request you that please subscribe to my channel, drop a comment, like this video, share this video, and most importantly, thank you so much for just coming and watching this, because I feel like this is what will hopefully keep me going, will help me get consistent. And this is also something I'm doing for the first time, so I think this is also something that I'm hoping will grow on me, and I can share more interesting things. So yes, like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next vlog.